So, folks, we are in the deeply unfortunate position of having to reckon with the fact that Victor Marx has won the Republican nomination for governor in Colorado. And that means the guy who claims to be a combat missionary and a practitioner of Cajun karate, and also claims to have murdered people, and will continue to do exorcisms even should he win the governorship. He's the guy. MAGA in Colorado chose to represent them. Yeah, the absolute psychopath who, when asked point blank by Colorado's best newsman, Kyle Clark, if he had ever killed anybody, he said, "Does it matter?" He also claims to have killed someone as a 7-year-old, and I just that's your guy, Colorado. That's your guy. There's a whole thing on my channel. Go watch that if you have no idea what I'm talking about. It's insane. All right, but let's see the breakdown of what this might mean for folks in Colorado real quick.
Victor Marx is atop the ballot for Colorado Republicans heading into November, and Colorado's Democrats are thrilled. It's not just that other Republicans have labeled their candidate for governor, Marx, a con man and a fraud. It's that Democrats think that Marx could sink other, more electable Republicans along with him. Our Marshall Zellinger explains.
Colorado Democrats held 66 of the...
How do we explain? How do we explain how this could be bad? Well, imagine you're in a life raft, and on the one hand, you have one life raft where there's a perfectly sane and capable person in it. Now, they paddle their boat or construct some crude type of sail in order to propel themselves across the waves. Now, behold the life raft carrying Victor Marx. Observe how he has diligently created some kind of primitive corkscrew system with a vertical piece of wood, and now he's spinning it over and over again to drill holes through the bottom of the boat, thus sinking himself along with everyone else on the boat. This is how we would demonstrate the difference between Victor Marx and literally any other candidate.
The 100 legislative seats this year, one seat shy of a supermajority in both the House and Senate.
Having a supermajority means, the Democrats can override a veto without needing any Republicans to do it. They can refer legislation to voters without needing any Republicans to do it.
DU political science professor Seth Maskett is a data guy, but he doesn't have the data to know what Victor Marx's name at the top of the ballot will mean for Republican candidates farther down the ballot.
Unless there's like a really, competitive other race in their district, I think a lot of Republican voters might just not bother to turn out. And yeah, that puts supermajority a little more in Democrats' grasp.
I just think Republicans have been there a lot longer in the midst of our identity crisis than the Democrats. I tell my Democrat friends, I am the ghost of Christmas future. Welcome to the party.
Republican commentator Kelly Maher, who supported Republican Barb Kirkmeyer for governor, sees some of her own party fractures showing on the Democratic side, with Democratic Socialist Milat Kiros ousting 15-term Congresswoman Diana DeGette. But Kiros will only appear on November ballots within Congressional District 1 in the Denver area. Marx's name will be on everyone's ballot statewide.
The same way Republicans have been painted across Colorado with the Donald Trump brush, that Democrats are expecting to be painted across Colorado with the Milat Kiros brush.
If the Republican Party was at DEFCON 3.
Oh no, someone who believes in healthcare and civil rights for everybody? Oh no. Oh no.
Before the
Oh no, next you're going to tell us that she thinks that no one should go bankrupt because of medical debt. Oh no.
Primary, I think they're a DEFCON 1.
Cole Wist, the former Republican lawmaker turned unaffiliated supporter of Democrat Phil Weiser, sees the...
Is this the beginning to a live-action South Park episode? Unironically, every single story that happens every single day in politics right now is the beginning to a live-action South Park episode. This guy's, genuinely a fucking character.
Potential for Marx to lower the chances of competitive state House and Senate Republicans.
Supermajorities are bad for our state.
In this debate, where this footage is from, he threatened to sick an attack dog on one of the moderators.
because it's you don't get the best public policy when both parties don't have some ability to control the agenda.
We even heard from Phil Weiser last week about single party control. He told you, Kyle, it's not healthy for any state to have one party dominate because another party is dysfunctional. Even if Democrats have veto-proof.
I mean, it just means that the real decision-making happens within the supermajority party, within the factions of that party. I don't know. I'm fine with Republicans being utterly irrelevant and the decision about what policies get adopted happen entirely within the Democratic Party. Republicans aren't adding anything to the national discourse. It's like, oh, hey, Republicans, what do you want to add? Will you add a bunch of racism and misogyny? And it's like, no, go home and complain about Supergirl. It's like the one thing you have left, guys. It's the only hobby that makes them happy.
Proof numbers. They're still showing cracks within their own party, a division of moderate Democrats versus a growing number of progressive and democratic socialists that might make in-party fighting the biggest battle for Democrats.
Well, yeah, that is the case, but also, like, moderate Democrats, if the choice is between a wackadoo nonsense Republican and a progressive, they'll vote for the progressive. Anyway, how are things going, let's say, as of 6 hours ago, when it comes to Victor Marx's campaign for governor? How's it going? Let's just check in with his campaign specifically.
Colorado's Democrats are convinced that Victor Marx winning the GOP nomination for governor will hurt other Republicans. We've learned that Marx is quietly reaching out to figure out which Republicans are willing to be seen with him on the campaign trail.
I'm excited about uniting.
Victor Marx is quietly asking for signed pledges of support from other Republican candidates in Colorado after Marx's rivals in the primary for governor said he was a con man and a fraud. And they...
Yeah, he's making people sign loyalty pledges.
Couldn't support him in November.
One of the things you have to do is to unite the party. And I did. Both of them against me.
9 News has obtained a so-called Republican General Election Unity Compact being circulated by the Marx team. It's going out to Republican candidates for federal, state, and local office. It asks GOP candidates to indicate if they support Marx and whether they're willing to say so publicly.
Guys, the level of comedy that's happening right here, you guys, I can't. It's too good. It's too good. There's a Republican candidate asking people to swear loyalty to Marx. He's asking for everyone who's MAGA in Colorado to become a Marxist, to sign a fucking document saying they have a loyalty to Marx. I can't. Reality has fucking broken down. It's gone. Like we have all died. This is the collective fever dream in the microseconds before we all flame out. This is incredible. And I do really hope that this does wind up backfiring. Like, I hope the people of Colorado are by and large sane enough not to, in the general, vote for Victor Marx. But everything is so stupid right now. Everything is so off the rails of reality right now. Like, genuinely, the guy who's good at Cajun karate might be the guy who gets elected as governor of Colorado. Like, Jared Polis is a massive piece of shit. And it's like, there are going to be some people who are like, well, maybe this Cajun karate practitioner has our backs. Colorado's a blue state, though. Yeah, but also, like, this is fucking crazy, right? Like, they're electing a guy whose entire career is as someone who goes in to, like, rescue people. And when he's asked how many people has his organization gone in to rescue, he says he can't tell you because otherwise you'd know too much and it would compromise security of his operations to let you know how many people and how effective his operation actually is. It's so stupid.
It says, quote, "We ask participating campaigns to avoid unnecessary public attacks on fellow nominees," with a checkbox on whether candidates agree to Marx's terms. And it asks whether fellow Republicans are willing to strengthen the broader ticket through a series of steps. First on the list, public support for Victor Marx.
My prayers are for the Republican Party because it's still very dysfunctional and split
but it's coming together.
We asked the Marx team why it felt the need to solicit signed loyalty pledges.
Only in unity can there be solutions, right?
Yeah. Marx's advisor, Buddy Jericho, said, quote, "This is a voluntary coordination framework, not a loyalty pledge."
I'm sorry. So you've got a guy running for office named Victor Marx, and his best friend / campaign manager is named Buddy Jericho. Guys, this is how you would name like a B-movie Western back in the day. There goes Victor Marx riding out into the fields to face his good friend and rival lover, Buddy Jericho. Bum, bum, bum. Buddy Jericho is a banger of a name. It feels like there's no way that can be real. This is a Kojima Quest naming. It really is. And you know Kojima would be like, you will regret your words and deeds once you oppose Victor Marx. And like 50 hours into the game, like Victor Marx unzips his human suit and outsteps some hot babe who's the descendant of like Karl Marx. And actually the entire thing has been a commentary on class consciousness somehow. That is the direction we're heading right now. And if none of you understand Metal Gear Solid, then I apologize. None of that will make sense to you.
It asked candidates both where they may want to work together and what support they need from our campaign.
Recently elected Colorado Republican Party Chair Craig Steiner told me today the party was not involved in soliciting these signed pledges to support Victor Marx.
Jericho is his gigolo name? That's right, because eventually his walls do come down.
But Steiner said that he views, quote, a willingness to cooperate as a good thing.
There you have it, folks. Those are your updates for Colorado's gubernatorial race vis-a-vis the Marx campaign. And I just got to say, we are in for so much more insanity and craziness in the lead up to the 2026 midterms than I had ever anticipated. Like, everything is going insane politically everywhere, but like at the very least, we can bank on some absolute pants-shitting insanity coming out of Colorado for the next several months. Because basically anything that Victor Marx does is hilariously terrible, and I'm really sorry this is happening to the people of Colorado. On the other hand, this guy's fucking cuckoo, and we gotta keep tabs on him, right?
That's a nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is, I made it the fuck up! Thank you for the $5 super chat. Megan Fox's giant boobs. This is a serious political stream. Anyway, folks, if you guys got anything out of this segment, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about Victor Marx. And I don't think he has any relationship to Karl Marx, but genuinely, I could be wrong about that. All that being said, folks, also join your local Dems, join your local DSA. If you need help getting started, join our Discord, reach out to GamerG for help with DSA, reach out to Dragonfly for help with your local Dems. And last but not least, folks, check out ImogeneOlivia.com, gender euphoric lingerie designed from the ground up for trans femmes, also tested with cis men, cis women, non-binary folks. It is comfortable, sexy, non-tucking lingerie. And we just got a full restock and also a new color in. So go check that out, ImogeneOlivia.com. Link down in the description. Let's keep on going.
Riverboat deck is going to town. All the viewers gather around. Twitch and YouTube is where she streams. All that content is bursting the seams. Politics, gaming, plenty more. Her sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop aboard. We're going straight to Jack's Discord. Riverboat Jack.